Now, like the first time I ever talked to Steph was me telling him congratulations after I got drafted. He had just had Riley, his oldest daughter. So like my first conversation ever with him was just like, yo, what's up, bro? Got your number from E. Congratulations. Like I heard you had a baby. Congratulations. Klay, we actually played Summer League together because he played two games. My rookie year, he played the first 2 games of Summer League. And it's funny to see where our relationship started off because we were all the young guys on the team. And so we actually, along with Harrison, Festus, we actually all had a bond initially. But it was funny because it wasn't like a bond made on the court. Like it was a bond made on like, we're the young guys with David Lee, Carl Landry, Jared Jack, Richard Jefferson, Brandon Rush. We're like the young guys that they're all looking at like, man, get y'all young ass out of here. And so we bonded just on being the young guys. It happened so fast, like our ascension, because, I mean, it got sped up with David Lee getting hurt. But we just started playing so well together, and I think our skill sets fit so well together. But never was it like a thought of like, yo, man, we special together. You know, like, it's just like, yo, we could be really good. Like, oh, man, like, all right, we fitting together, and now this is flowing. Like, we could be really good. And in my 3rd year, that's when we won the first championship in 2015. But, like, even then, like, I started the first 16, 17 games because David Lee was out. Then he came back, and Steve kept it that way. And that's when it was like, this is interesting. Like, they rolling with us. Then we win a championship, and it's like, whoa, I'm in year 3, Klay's in year 4, Steph's in year 6. Like, man, we may be able to, like,
run
do
a
this
few
for
more.
a while.
Right.
You know? Like, hey, this is interesting.
This the one.
To say that we thought or knew that we would be special together, though, I think that's something we just realized. You know, like, because when you're in it, it's hard to see. You know, like it's hard to look and be. Now, what I did know is like, yeah, I don't think nobody could beat us. You know what I'm saying? Like us 3 together, nobody can beat us. But it still wasn't like, yo, this is something special. Like we got something special. It was just like, nah, like we nice and like nobody can beat us. As of late, I say over the last couple years, you really realize like, yo, we really have a special thing. Like, we not fighting over attention. We not fighting over you make more money than me or I make more money than him. We not fighting over none of that. Like, we really enjoy being together. And like Bob really helped me realize that Bob, every time he would come walking by, me, Steph, and Klay, we sit at the same table, and he would just walk by and laugh like it's so funny to me 10 years later you guys still sit together. Hilarious. Like on the plane.
Yeah.
And when he first said it, I was just like,
Duh. Right.
But then I started to think about and really process what he was saying, and I'm like, I get what he's saying now. Like, not only are we still together 10 years later, but we actually enjoy spending time with each other 10 years later. Like, we enjoy each other so much that on every flight, we sit together and talk and kick it. And like, that's when I started to notice that especially, because basketball is cool, right? Like, we've won, that's great. Like, don't take that for granted. But like, what makes it special is like, these my brothers. You know what I'm saying? Like, these are guys who like go to war with. Right. And these are guys that when we're done playing, I'll still keep in contact with. Like, you know, I'm going through free agency right now. And like, you know, you hear this and you hear that and just updating them on like my thoughts. Like every step of the way, I update them. Like, yo, because I don't want it to get down to a point to where if I was to leave, that because you just can't control news anymore. Right. Like it's impossible to control news.
Right. That's getting out.
You know, like it's getting out. And so if I leave, that it's just like wham. Hey fellas, just FYI, I'm gone. You know, like, or
lead a chat.
It come across like your phone and I don't get the chance to tell you. You know, and so I'm like in touch with them like a couple times a week right now, just kind of letting them know my mindset, what I'm thinking, what I'm hearing, just, you hear things and like can't negotiate yet, but what I'm thinking, because I don't want it to come down to that if I'm not offered the offer that I think I should get, or I'm offered better somewhere else and I like that situation more at this point in time in my life, I don't want it to come down to like it's just some abrupt thing and like we haven't talked in weeks and now I'm hitting you up just to tell you I'm going. So I've been like updating them too, like every step of the way over the last couple of weeks about just what I'm hearing, what some of the possibilities may be, just to keep them in the loop. That's our relationship. And that's what makes it special. It's like I feel indebted to them for them to know where I'm at, where my mind's at. Like one day I'm that's like, dope. Bro, like I can't wait for us. And then another day I'm like, I don't know, man. Like we'll see how it turns out. I really don't know.
Right.
But like I think that's probably the best way I can sum our relationship up. It's like I'm indebted to those guys forever, and like,
y'all link forever.
They're my brothers. Like you can never mention me and not mention them. You can't mention them and not mention me. Like we tied together forever. And I think that's what makes it special. Like, winning championships is great, but like to be connected in such a positive light with two guys for the rest of my life, like I couldn't have chosen two better people to have my name attached to for the rest of my life. Like special.
Facts.
Special dudes, man.
Shout out Steph, shout out Klay, man.
Speaking, to keep it on Steph, we know how we always hear about his insane work ethic that he has. What is something that you can tell us about him that showcases how dedicated he is to his craft? Because we always see him do the routine that he do before the game and all that. But what's something that you've seen that you can tell us?
I think the change that I've watched him make as far as the weight room goes over the last 3 years or so speaks to his work ethic and who he is. Because if Steph doesn't get stronger post-2020, he's still Steph Curry, and he's still shooting the piss out the ball. But him getting as strong as he got has actually changed his game. It's actually made him much more effective. Like, you can't run him off his spot. You can't just bump him and he's falling over. He's getting to where he wants to go. And so I think his dedication in the weight room, when I say dedicate, that man is in the weight room every single day.
So he getting buff right now.
He in the weight room after shoot-around. He in the weight room before the game. He doing a full lift after the game.
Wow.
Like, he in the weight room
dedicated
before
to
practice.
His craft.
He in the weight room after practice. Every single day.
Wow.
To watch his transformation in mindset. Like, yes, his body is transformed, but his transformation in mindset towards the weight room. Like, I remember the days we all would walk past like, man, I'm not going in there today. Like, how can I fucking slide around the weight room today? Like, I remember all the days of us having those conversations.
Right.
Hey, you lifting today? I don't know about today. All right, I ain't lifting either.
I get extra shots today. I ain't going to the weight room.
Exactly. And so to watch him make that transformation just speaks volumes to him as a competitor, his work ethic. And then also, like, in watching him work out, like, he going to work out as long as he has to accomplish whatever it is that he set out to accomplish that day. Like, you watch this dude work out, man, like, there's times where, like, a significant part of his workout, he can't shoot a shot unless he could run a full court sprint. A shot. And now you imagine, we all know, like, how great of a shooter Steph is.
Right.
Okay, so we can all imagine the amount of shots you have to shoot to be that great. He can't shoot a shot without running full court.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's
what?
crazy.
Like, I'm sorry, but one shot? You gotta run all the way. And like, he getting up a ton of shots and he getting his work in at a very, very, like, respectable time frame. It ain't like, sometimes you see him out there, he'd be out there for an hour and a half after practice. And you're like, bro, he's still out there?
Yeah.
Like, But he getting his stuff done because we all know the most important thing to Steph in his life is his family.
Yeah.
So he getting his stuff done and getting out that gym.
Yeah.
But the workout, man, it takes somebody 2.5 hours to do a workout. He doing 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And it's just running. I'm like, bruh.
I heard a story.
Like
I honestly don't know the player that the source was referring to, but I heard there's a story, and the person said it was a high-level NBA player that went to work out with Steph. 10 minutes into the workout, dude taps out and throws up. Couldn't finish the workout with Steph.
I've heard this about a couple guys.
I don't even know who the person is. I want to know who that.
I've heard this about a couple guys, so I'm not going to put their name out there because I don't know which one is true or not, and I never confirmed it with him. But if you guys ever have me back on the show, I'm going to go confirm exactly who it was now because I really want to
bring you on just because of that.
I want to know the first name that I heard, if that was the right name.
Yeah.
But I've heard this about a couple guys. But what I will tell you is like when people work out with him, like I watch him dumb his workout down.
Mm-hmm.
Like when guys will go
just because they know
I'm gonna go work out with Steph. I'm gonna go down there today. Like, and I watch him like dumb his workout down.
Yeah.
Like he dumb his workout down often.
Yeah.
Like if guys gonna come work out.